What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at this super nice looking Neptune blue Toyota GR86 full point of view review to see what this car has to offer. If I can find, there we go, the latch. Let's see what's powering the new GR86, because it is a big step up from the FRS and the old one. But we now have a 2.4 liter boxer 4-cylinder, 224 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque. Big upgrade. It may not seem like much, but it is a peppy little car. You of course can get a 6-speed manual or the 6-speed automatic. It's a rear-wheel drive car with a limited slip rear differential. 0 to 60, not the quickest car, 6-7 seconds, something like that, but it truly is an absolute blast. It handles so well. But we have these really nice LED headlights with a blacked out housing. Pretty cool design right here with all the body color and this trim. Nice size grille to let that cool little engine. Toyota badge, which is quite nice to see. Of course, you can also get a Subaru version of this, but I like the front splitter protruding forwards. It really is a great looking car. Hood has some nice body lines in it. Really can't complain. Then we got a nice set of wheels with the two-tone design, multi-spoke design as well. And really nice all around these front fenders. A thin body line and just nice curves to it. And I really like this trim piece. That kind of makes it look like a Lexus, kind of gives it that vibe. The side skirt is really aggressive, especially coming down here. Pretty cool the way it bulges outwards. Body colored on the door handles, gloss black mirror caps, and then there's even body lines on the roof that kind of match the hood. As you make your way to the back now, nice and sporty. I like how wide the rear end is too. And that is one funky looking gas cap. That is definitely a unique shape for sure. But then we have nice LED taillights. They have a pretty good look, connected with a black bar. You got all your badges, trunk button, and camera. And this is kind of an integrated ducktail. You can get this with a bigger one on it, which is a pretty cool touch. We have a large diffuser down below with all of your parking sensors, your reverse light as well. Really is a great looking car. I really have no complaints. I love the styling of these. Moving to the trunk, press the button, lift it up, and you have a decent amount of space. I mean, it is a small car for sure. I mean, this literally is definitely pretty small. However, you know, weekend trip or something really wouldn't be too bad of an issue. And then if we go through the doors, the only way to pull down the seats, you gotta get this out of the way, a little cumbersome. And then we have to hit the button over here and hit the one over here. And then we can pull this down and you can see how much storage you get. So nicely gonna go through here with a lot of space. So not bad if you're gonna maybe take this on like a weekend snowboard trip, put 4 autocross tires in it. But it is definitely pretty practical for being a small car. Now let's hop in the driver's seat, which is a great place to be. You can see the door panel, pretty basic. You just get some vinyl material and fabric, all your controls and everything. And these seats are nice in buckets. Like, this is such a cool little seat. One of my favorite stock seats, honestly. Base model cars, we do have the fabric. But let's go ahead and hop on inside. We do have all the manual controls to get this in our nice position. But as you can see, pretty good steering wheel, push button ignition. And I love the display, look at that. Looks like the opposing pistons, which is pretty cool to see. And then if we tap the track button, we just hold that down, we get a really cool looking tachometer, which is really fun to drive this in track mode. Paddle shifters as well, different controls, some audio and Bluetooth. We have the distance pacing along with your lane keeping and cruise control. And then this one right here, we can scroll through a few different things on the screen. So you get quite a bit of information. You have the G meter along with the horsepower and torque gauge, and then a lap timer, which is really nice. Different stalks on the left and right side, some more controls, and then a pretty cool layered dashboard. This screen is kind of basic, not really much in here aside from just radio, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay. So kind of basic. Putting into reverse, you get a pretty decent little backup camera. And then climate control, I like this. You have all the different dials, fan speed, toggles as well. So pretty simple to use. Air conditioning, park and brake as well with a leather shift boot on it, which is a nice feature. You do have traction control as well as the sport and snow mode. And then one cup holder there, 2 more under here. And you get a nice padded armrest. And then a pretty good sized bucket for your glove box. But pretty good car overall, nice and comfortable in here. Certainly is a smaller car, but a heck of a lot of fun. So with that said, let's go for a spin. All right, we are setting off now in the GR86. So a little bit of a slouch in the acceleration department, but honestly, it is peppy enough for what it is. The handling is amazing. I got to drive one of these at the tail of the Dragon, and it was my favorite car, honestly. It was so much fun. Like, you can just take turns, and it doesn't matter how quick you're going because it's just fun and it takes them. I love just the fun factor. The handling is amazing, and you can just use the entire car all the time without worrying about breaking laws or breaking too many speed limits, just because it's not that fast of a car at the end of the day, to where even if you're pedal to the floor out of turns, you're probably not going to really be going that fast. So I just love the usability of the car. In the track mode, it turns traction control off and you can whip it into turns and drift, and it's so easy to recover those drifts. I love just how easy this car is to drive, and you can drive it hard and have fun. If I go back into the normal mode and automatic mode, at least that aspect tones down to where the transmission is going to be nice and comfortable when it shifts, keep the revs low, and traction control will be on. In normal drive automatic, if I get up to speed, it's peppy enough, honestly. Getting up to speed, 45, 50, it really isn't a sluggish car. I think the older one, the FRS and the GT86, were just sluggish. They were too slow to honestly even be safe. This is just the perfect sweet spot. I'd still love a turbo, of course, but this really is one of the best cars you can buy for the money, and the handling is just so much fun. Normal driving, visibility is really good. You can see the fender arches to easily point the car. Mirrors all do a great job, and there's really no blind spots. It's so easy to see around the car. Those little windows help. The interior tech is a little basic, but it's just so simple and easy to use, and it's just a car you can drive and have a lot of fun with. It's got a very small footprint, so 3-point turns and things like that, you don't even need to do a 3-point turn because it can just U-ey everything. But it really is just a great, well-balanced car.